So I'm going to open up the regular session of January 4th, 2017 at 10:03. Please silence or shut off your cell phones and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Denise, at this time, I believe are we going to have a deletion or?
The airport.
The airport? Is there any additions?
No changes other than that.
All
I'll just
right.
give, while we talked about the airport, I'll give you a quick update. We didn't shut it down, but we do have a modem of warning the snow drifts for the, but we didn't shut it down.
Okay, is it still shut down as of now?
As of right now, yes, they're just, what Tom requested on the modem is if there is an air vac that needs to come in, call 40 minutes ahead and they'll go out and plow the runway so they have a place to land as they come in.
Okay, and it's calming down quite a bit out there. I
Yeah.
anticipate they'll have it up and going not too long.
Yeah, Tom thinks, they're on top of it, so.
Well, it's a mile long and, what do you say, 100 feet wide?
Right.
Takes a little while.
Did they put any snow melt on it?
No.
Okay, Denise, our microphones aren't on. Public comment. Is there any public comment at this time? It's no longer mayor-elect, it's Mayor Ray Turner. Welcome, Ray. Congratulations. 4 years.
Morning, guys. I'm just glad to be here.
All right.
Glad to have you.
Okay,
Commissioner
so,
Winters, can you let me know if there are more folks there than the mayor?
oh, yes, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Shawn.
All right.
Dave Berman is here, obviously, and Jimmy Hall with the press, and then just Denise, Ken, and I at time.
Okay,
This
thank
time.
you.
Yep. Okay, so moving right on down the agenda, road department phone system upgrade recommendation. We had that, went over that yesterday in our work session. Does anybody need Denise to give a little bit more of an overview, or are we good?
Just a quick overview, because I always like folks on the camera that's listening in to know what the subject pertains to.
And Ginger Castro just came in, Commissioner Shawn.
Okay.
So just a quick synopsis, if you would, please.
Sure. The road department is in need of upgrading their current phone system. The one they have is very old and antiquated. We are in process of updating their network system out there, so it's a good timing thing to also upgrade the phones. It will also provide an intercom for the shop and an extra phone for the guys in the shop. So 5 phones total. Total price of it is $4,731. That is without wiring because Dave's maintenance staff did all the wiring for it.
Okay. Would entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the road department phone system upgrade. And
I'll second it.
I also understand that that is being covered by the road department funds.
Correct.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the quote from Basin Telecom. Any further discussion?
None.
All in favor say aye.
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 Chair votes aye, motion carries. Next item is Klamath Community College out of district contract. Denise, you said that there was going to be another page come along with that.
They have not sent me an updated signature page. The one that we have has incorrect dates and incorrect for the chair for signature. So I am still waiting for that from KCC, but
And legal counsel isn't on, but you know that he has reviewed it.
he did review and he didn't have any issues.
Okay, so we could approve it contingent upon that page coming
That'd
in.
be great.
So make a motion.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the KCC 2016-17 contract contingent upon that page being brought to us. Any further discussion?
For the audience on the camera, this is our out-of-district contract with KCC. We are not in their taxing district. So we contract with them to provide services in Lake County, predominantly at the Innovation Center. And I think the amount is 25,000 is based on how many students they have and so forth, is a percentage. And there's a small margin that if they have new programs or anything that they need added cost, we have a variance from 25 to 28.
Yeah, maximum could be 28. We hope that they get enough participation that they push up to that.
Yeah. Just
What would be a positive?
a very good thing for the county.
Yep.
Also, in northern part of Lake County, that's within the Central Oregon Community College taxing district. So KCC does provide some service within the other district, but it's not significant at this time. But that's between the two community colleges to work that out.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. 2017 Commissioner Liaison Considerations. Yesterday we had some discussion. Commissioner Kestner, you brought forward that you have some interest into the community corrections as a whole that I've been doing for a while. I have some interest in Fair Board. We talked about that a little bit. My thoughts is between yours and my liaison, and all liaison is for that department to come talk to that commissioner and just be a go-between. There's no management authority or anything. The Fair Board's a little bit different. You're on the Fair Board, you're a voting member, so that's a little bit different. But
And anybody, if I'm a liaison to Dave Bourbon, let's say, that doesn't mean that Dave cannot interact with other commissioners on
Exactly.
specific things.
yeah. And I'm probably the one that crosses over every which one there is, so that's just my nature. Ken, just for discussion, I didn't have this discussion yesterday and hopefully for a decision today. Whenever we talk on my side, community corrections, you have the community corrections, district attorney, the sheriff and the jail, and then, and I'm looking through here, the prison advisory committee sort of follows that same thing, and LIPSI is part of, when you're liaison, you go to those meetings.
I don't realize I was lying about
Well, that's the reason why I want to have the discussion, to see where we want to go. I could stay as the PAC member, I've done that for a long time, unless you had a big passion.
If I want to participate, I would do it anyway.
Yeah, we're ex officios, you're not a voting member on that too. So, and then looking over on your side, and being as I've been doing some work on this other.
You want to take Maka?
No, I was thinking building and planning, because I've been working on the nuisance thing quite a bit, but I didn't know where you were at on that.
Well, my objective on like the nuisance and things is the end product.
Yeah, so if you wanted to trade those liaisons, the community corrections, the district attorney, and the sheriff and the jail, then I would take over Fair Board and building and planning.
Have you had a chance to talk to the planning folks?
I have not, other than the subcommittee I've been working on the nuisance and the code enforcement.
Well, considering the magnitude of the ones that are in the overall community corrections, whatever, I would appreciate we leaving a little pressure on this side.
Right.
What's to be planned.
Okay,
Hand in hand with building and planning this survey, I just wanted to throw that in.
I didn't offer up that
I
I wanted
know, I
to take
just-
surveying. I'm only,
I didn't mean to put words in your mouth, I just wanted to
oh
remind that
boy,
they're all in the same office.
Yeah, and there's also the assessor's office and.
so,
They're not in the same office.
But
yes, the survey goes with that same office, just as that's the office that they reside in, so. Okay, so, and Commissioner Shown, jump in here anytime that you want.
No, I'm totally agreeing with that discussion. I think it makes a lot of sense, and I support what you two are talking about.
Okay, so, Fair Board, building planning surveyor, community corrections district attorney, and the sheriff. Prison advisory, I'd stay on. Local public safety coordinating council is.
It goes with the sheriff.
It goes with the sheriff, so, you would be going to those meetings.
Mhm.
They're noontime meetings, quarterly, sometimes once a month.
Did it provide lunch?
No, we haven't.
Yes.
So, what does that sound like to you?
Well, like the community corrections, sheriff, they're all related. So
Mhm.
I'm a firm believer in one consistency, otherwise you have lumps. So the community corrections, community service Title III, is that in there?
Title III is sort of, that one's gone as far as community service goes. Community service is, I honestly think on community service, that should just be, it goes with Jake's department, but as far as community service goes, that should be sort of like all three of us in a way, because of, community services, they do work around everything. I'm good with it, it's just, community service is what it is.
Yeah.
It's really underneath Jake, so you've got it, if you got Jake, you got community service.
So, and local public safety coordination, prisoner advisory will remain with you, and sheriff and jail to me, yes.
And then I do building planning, survey, and fair board.
Yeah.
Okay?
And we do have very good fair board members out there.
Yeah, I sit on the fair board for, my 2 terms, and I have a lot of passion for out there, so I'm pretty energized to be able to go back and do that. So,
And with my various travels and different things, I can't always make the meetings.
Yeah.
You're right there.
yeah, thank you. So, Dan, is there anything that you would like to, trade, give away, or accept? I'm trying to think what.
Well, the question came up last year about the Resource Advisory Committee, and I think we need to do some more looking at that on the forest side of things, the Fremont-Wainema RAC Committee. Kelly Minty Morris, Commissioner Minty Morris, has the only seat. They extended my term, kind of unbeknownst to me, but the rules around the RAC are changing, or the interpretation of the rules has changed, but one of the interpretations is that both counties don't have a commissioner rep, and so my time had expired, as I said. It did get extended for another year, but at the same time, they did vet Commissioner Minty Morris to be the one commissioner rep. As we look into that, if there's interest by either of you to serve on it, if we can get back to where we have both counties have a commissioner rep, we might want to bring that back up again. But other than that, I'm fine with the list that I have.
Well, I'm sorry, I might not pay close enough attention, but I'm comfortable with you staying as the Forest Resource Advisory Committee person. Are you wanting to not do that if we can keep a spot? Is that, or were you just saying
Well,
that?
there's a limit to how long you can serve on there, and apparently we've met the limit with my appointments over the last, right at 10 years. They're going to look into it because they asked me to stay on, but I told them that there had been interest by the board. But right now, the way it stands, just on the rules as they read them, past this next year, I can't be extended, but also they said that there can only be one county commissioner between the 2 counties. So we've got some more checking to do on that. I don't know if it's local interpretation or if it's actually the way, I haven't read the rules specifically, but I just wanted to bring that up, that there may be an opportunity going forward for someone.
Well, okay, I'll speak individually here, obviously, but I support with your longevity and knowledge on that. If it can continue, if you haven't timed out, that would be a great place for you to stay. If there's still a position and you are timed out, then we, either Ken or I will take that position for representation.
It's
Yeah.
It's designated by the rules back in DC, if there's, if the rule says that only one
I don't think anybody
commissioner, whoever county it is, then that's what we do.
No.
It's kind of the way it was with the, Ozone Bureau of Land Management, Southeast Oregon Resource Advisory Committee, and it had one slot for elected official. So we just need to ascertain what the actual facts are as far as that rules.
But when you get the clarification, Dan, we'll bring that one back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
All right. So is there any other suggestions on liaison recommendations? If not, by consensus, we'll make those moves around and notify those departments.
Concur.
All right. Are you good with that, Commissioner Shan?
I'm more than good with it.
Okay. Next item, meeting minutes. We have two sets, December 6th and December 7th. Have you had a chance to review them? Commissioner Shan, I believe you were absent with that week, wasn't you?
I've already looked at them, but I was absent.
I'll make
Yeah,
a,
I've looked at them.
okay. Go ahead and make a motion, sir.
Commissioner Shan.
Yeah,
Yeah. What were those dates again?
December 6th and 7th.
Yeah, okay, I'll make a motion and we approve the minutes of December 6th and December 7th.
I'll second the motion. Motion's been made and seconded to approve minutes as presented. Any further discussion?
I'll abstain because I wasn't there.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Department of,
Commissioner, before you adjourn, I do have a little update I'd like to give both of you.
okay, we do have, I think the department updates are done. Dave, you gave us an update on the airport. Commissioner Shan, you heard that whenever he gave the update, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right, and we got an update yesterday from Ginger, so go ahead, Commissioner Shan. Oh, just a second, I apologize.
We wanted to talk about the legal matter with the industrial park, where we want to move forward with,
Would like to hold off on that, be eventually under executive session, Dave.
okay.
Doing legal matter at this time.
Yeah. So, so we'll hold off. Denise, are you trying to get hold of legal counsel? I figured you were.
Where are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just wasn't sure, I wondered.
Yeah, yeah, so if we can get hold of legal counsel, we will have executive session today, but Commissioner Shan, go ahead with your update.
Well, as both of you know, we've been working with the folks in DC on trying to set up meetings for Chief Tidwell of the Forest Service to meet with our congressional people, and we've arranged that with Senator Wyden here a couple of weeks ago. But last night I was in correspondence with Riley Mashew with Congressman Walden's office and Jenny Forrest for his scheduler and the chief, and they're going to arrange a meeting, and it's going to be on the discussion of biomass utilization on federal lands, which the Forest Service is a huge player in that. And that's all been described 100 times over, but just wanted both of you to know that that's going to happen. And with the congressman's position as the Energy and Commerce Chair, coupled with his past relationship with the new Interior Director, that if that appointment actually goes through, we may have some real progress made on the federal lands biomass front, as far as we had some of that discussion yesterday. So wanted you to be aware of that. That all came about last night. And the second thing was, I don't know if either of you are aware that Janie Connell, who's the state director in Montana, she has a past degree and background in fuel. I've lost the term. Her background is in petroleum, but she was just affirmed yesterday as the new state director here in Oregon
State Director of the Forest Service?
of the BLM.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was chatting with Steve Ellis last night and got that confirmed.
All right.
I do have one topic for consideration, no decision.
Okay.
Parking, of course, today with the snow, everybody has to park alongside the sidewalk, so it really constrains. But there's some concern about public access when county employees park around and so forth, or when county cars are parked along the sidewalk instead of over there. We just need to give some thought. I talked to Dave yesterday, and I think Georgia, she gets a lot of comments from the public. We just need to revisit the parking scenario. That was a topic 10 years ago when I first came on. That's why I park as far away as I can, but I'm willing to park farther if need be. But
Yeah.
So something about public first, employees second, idle cars third. Is there?
Well, it's a very good point. Dave and I have talked about it, Denise and I have talked about it. As we've reorganized, we've got more employees into the courthouse, the community corrections that brought on their private vehicles plus their county vehicles. Our county parking lot, we've talked about and can work with the sheriff's side, how many vehicles that they use part-time to go down to the impound yard and be there and get it all reorganized. Dave started on, he's got the bumpers in out there. He wasn't able to get the lines put in this fall before the snow came. And then how much we can utilize of the new parking lot we have. So I think it's a good point. It's something we've been, not on the highest priority, but we've been looking at. And especially with the snow on it, as I came in this morning and there's 3 county department vehicles that's hampered the town from being able to plow the snow. We need to be respective of that. We just need to look at it. Yep, I think it's a very good point, and I don't know if Dave or Denise want to say anything. I know they've been working a little bit on that and had some discussions, but as we've added more county vehicles along with our own private vehicles, we gotta be considerate of the businesses that are around us too.
Well, you almost took my space this morning.
Oh, boy. But I backed up and gave you enough room.
But anyway, we need to keep
So-
it on the forefront.
So it sounds like he was recommending for, put a sign out there for Commissioner Kestner's parking only. Is that what you were saying, Ken?
Kessner parking on it.
Well, a lot of the general.
Strike that was all joking. I forget that we're being filmed all the time.
But I do get some public that,
Don't put that in the paper, Jim.
I didn't see the truck where it's usually parked at.
Don't you get that comment a lot?
Yeah.
So,
But anyway, something that we need to be conscientious for public access.
well, Dan wasn't in the way today. He didn't take any parking space at all.
No,
No, his car was out there at 6:30 and got towed away.
Okay, so Denise, were you any success in getting hold of legal counsel?
He says he is trying now to phone in, so I don't know if that means he's trying to get from his driveway to his house so that he can come in.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is take a short break, waiting for that phone call. Commissioner Shawn, do you want us to call you back whenever we get into session? Denise, is that
Or
possible?
do you wanna, no, he
No,
has to
that's-
phone
Denise could, if she doesn't mind, she can either text me or whatever, and I'll jump back on.
just call back, okay.
All right, so we're gonna start out with a 10-minute break. We'll come back at 25 minutes to 11.
And be dependent on contact with the legal counsel.
Yes, and we'll be coming into executive session, so you guys will be kicked out.